Bloody Mary of Ireland is buried right behind me in Ennis Friary. She was a very, very powerful lady, Maire Rua, born in 1615 or 1616, and the location of her birth is disputed. Many details of her life are disputed, but she's famous for having, well, in folklore, having many husbands. In some cases, they state she was married 25 times. But we know of 3 historic husbands. Her first husband was Daniel Nealon, with whom she had 3 sons. Her second husband was the most important, the true love of her life, and her cousin as well. He was Conor O'Brien, and they lived at Lemena Castle, and they had built the new and improved castle on the grounds of the Tower House that had stood there around 1648. And from there they controlled all access to North Clare up into the Burren region. A very formidable family. But in 1651, poor Conor was killed. He was killed fighting against Cromwellian forces, and because he'd been fighting against them, the whole family was at risk, because now their estates were up for grabs. And to protect them, Maire got her horse saddled and rode down here past Ennis down towards Limerick, where she met the camp of the Cromwellians and offered herself as a bride to anyone who was brave enough to take her on as a wife. And one officer, John Cooper, did just that. And they had a very fascinating marriage, which we will dive into at a later time. But right now, we're talking about the end of her life, because people believe all sorts of stories. Where was she buried? No one knows for sure. There's folk tales saying she's buried in Dromoland Castle, that she's buried in Lemena. Others say that she was this wicked witch, and she was so evil towards the end of her life, so deranged, that members of the community grabbed her and contained her inside of a hollowed tree, and her spirit comes out once in a while, roaming the land looking for a victim. But I believe that true love triumphed and dominated, because in her last will and testament, which she wrote on the 7th of June 1686, she requested to be buried in the site behind me, Ennis Friary. And so here in Ennis, we like to believe that she is buried with her true love, Conor O'Brien, where they will spend eternity side by side.